Okay, you're live. Are you live? Hey, Mud Pie Girl. How are you? Hey, Jen.
Oh man, we were just having some fun, y'all.
Could you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Hey, y'all.
Hey, Miss Amanda.
Hey, y'all. Lou,
Hello.
just Lou, Zahid,
Zahid.
Diana, and Mother Tribe. A
Yeah.
view is a view.
Oh, hey,
Yes,
Miss
Miss Pam.
Pam.
Look, we planting some kind of stuff. She was eating greens and
No.
cornbread.
No collard greens.
I don't know. I think it's tender
You
greens
think it's tender
or
green? No, that's
turnip
just as
greens.
bad.
That's what she was eating.
Greens and
And some
cornbread.
rice.
And
Rice and
oh
gravy, I
man.
think.
Hello, Alderman family, Mr. Tommy or Miss Patty or whichever one of you. Greeting to the crickets.
lady.
Yeah, you hear the crickets in the background. Yeah.
There's Flutie Lick.
We just live in a swamp. That's all I
Mama
can say.
Tip Top. Wow, we got people just jumping in.
Yeah.
Future dreams to reality.
The
And
music
Andy's
well said, we
backyard.
heard frogs. No, it was Wanda. She was passing gas.
That was not. He is trying to be mean tonight now.
Oh God, y'all! Look, it's been one weird day. Well, Beth says, well, here we go again. Here we are again. Yep, that's right.
I'm going to possibly set up and film him before the live stream.
Yeah, she needs
for
to
about
film me.
5 minutes.
Hello, Ms. April. Yeah, she's a Miss B lady. Yeah, she needs to film me before the live stream. Me and my fellow friend we were cutting up, having ourselves a blast.
They were laughing so hard, and I'm gonna put it up as a before the live stream thing because they cut up so much.
Yeah.
Danny does every week.
I do every week.
So,
I mean, it's once we have to stay sane, you know.
Are you saying I'm keeping you from being sane?
Don't put words in my mouth. I didn't say that.
Tell him it was a. That's what we used to do as kids, though. I do remember that. When she said that, I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh hey, Grizz.
Grizz come to get his fix.
Yeah, future dreams to reality.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. I don't even know why. Why am I here?
I don't know. Why are you here?
What are we talking about tonight? What did we put up?
Spring.
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 Spring is sprung? No, we done done spring is sprung.
Spring is sprung.
Sprung already sprung. Spring already sprung.
And nature knows it's spring.
Nature knows it's spring.
You don't even know.
I don't know nothing. I just rattle a chain around here. Tornado is West Tennessee right now. I think spring is here. Yes, which brings to my right now. We had one of our subscribers email us
30 minutes ago.
About 30 minutes ago, and said they was in their closet, had no power, and that tornadoes was all around them. So they wanted us to pray for them, and we prayed for them.
Yeah, and it's one of our moderators.
One of our moderators. Yeah.
So y'all keep Quake Lake in your prayers because she's in the center of that hub, or was 30 minutes ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody's got to keep you in check. Yep, I have to.
Yep. Hello, two family.
Mr.
Andy's backyard.
Yep. Okay, so why do we know it's spring around here? That's part of it.
Why do I know it's spring?
Well, how does nature tell us it's spring? That's the question.
That's a good question. Mainly because I go outside and everything's got flowers all over it. We already got leaves on some of the trees.
Yeah, we're going to show you some pictures in a little bit.
We're going to show you some pictures in a little bit. We got flowers. We got azaleas that are blooming. The garden stuff is up. I mean,
your daughter Jen has been having some issues. So
what kind of issues?
She's been back and forth to the hospital. She's thinking it. Did you find out for sure if it's your back or if it's the kidneys? She was having some issues, and she's
nobody told me that.
You've been busy all day.
Yeah, we've been working all day, so yeah.
What state are they in? Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Yeah, it's
it's right next to the Kentucky-Tennessee line, right up in that area up in
there. Andy says he's not
old enough to be Mr. Andy's yet. Okay. All right. Sorry about that.
Isn't it called Dixie Alley? Yeah, the Tennessee tornado. Yeah.
Yep. See, Deborah says it's 80 degrees here in South Carolina. It's been 80 degrees here now for what I tell you, 6 or 7 days in a row. It's been over 80 degrees.
Yeah.
And all the trees think that it's springtime. And Mother Nature has everybody fooled.
Pam says she's sneezing, so it's spring. Yep. We've got yellow stuff
We've got
everywhere.
yellow pine pollen covered up the trucks. If it rains and you get a mud puddle, it's got yellow pine pollen all in the mud puddle. I mean, it's just everywhere.
Idaho Hillbilly says they got a foot of snow. It's not spring yet.
I am so sorry.
Yeah.
I have tried my best to get everybody to move south.
Yeah, he does. And then in the summer he tries to get everybody to move north.
And then comes summertime, I beg people, get the heck out of here and go north. You know,
because it's hot.
I think it's a preempt to hell or something here when it happens. I think
it's just hot.
I think it's just like
hot.
I think they open the doors of hell up and and it just lets us.
I agree because I don't like the hot of midsummer.
Now, see, homesteading the Pioneer Way is exactly right. Our winter was in December and January this year. It was normally in January and February.
Mm-hmm.
I told Wanda. I was looking at the window. I keep records every year, every day for years and years. And I go back and I look at my journals. And my journals are telling me that our weather patterns are 3 weeks ahead this year. And I told Wanda back in, what did I tell you? It was back in January or December?
Mm-hmm.
It was December. Right after Christmas, I told Wanda, I said, we might as well get ready to plant early this year because my records were showing we were 3 weeks ahead. And so far it's proven. But Mother Nature could fool us because the pecans have not leafed out. Mm-hmm. The persimmons have not leafed out. Those are the two I watch, pecans and persimmons. When them two leaf out, you good to go, man. You can do whatever you want to do. Yeah,
B Lady's telling she's going to be 3.5 hours away shortly.
You coming to Florida?
Sinclair Pages, I went and got that, and I have not had time to look at the DVD yet, but I will probably tomorrow because I'm going to have a down day tomorrow, right?
It's been a madhouse around here, I can tell you that. We've been pouring concrete and digging holes and meeting. Oh, man, look.
He's had meeting on top of meeting.
I've had meeting on top of meeting on top of meeting this week, and I'm going to tell you, we're in a communist country. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. I told a man where I was meeting with, I said, we now live in communist country. And I probably shouldn't have said that, but I did.
It's getting worse.
After I lowered my voice about 6 octaves, I finally come to the conclusion that, that I was in a communist country.
Yeah. Well, everything has worked out, but it took a while. It was a little process.
It was a process. Took 3 days
to get a power pole.
To get a temporary power pole put in. Used to I could pick the telephone up because I'm a contractor and I could call and within a couple of hours I could have everything done. It took a couple of hours in an office. And when I left, I didn't know any more than I did when I walked in the door. Actually, I knew more when I walked in the door than I did when I left. And it's just crazy. I now believe communism has took over the country.
Yeah. They're asking, were you helping the Lori family? And another one.
Yes.
Is your tractor fixed yet? No.
The tractor is not fixed. I will tell you this. I did meet with LS this week. I met with the president of LS. He came to my house. I met with a regional director, and I met with an engineer here at my house, and we did come to an agreement, which you will see. I'm not going to tell you now what it was, but in the future you will see what that agreement was.
And if they hold their end of the bargain.
If they hold up their end of the bargain. If not, I told them, we made agreements, and you will know about those agreements whenever they come available. But we did come to an agreement.
Yeah.
And it seems like it'll be a good agreement at this point.
We'll know more in a week or two.
Yeah.
And with the Loris, they're working on a shed.
We're working on the Lori's family shed right now, trying to get it in. And that's, of course, that's their video. That's not our video. We're just a homesteader helping another homesteader. That's what we do. And,
yeah, Papa Truck, it wasn't the
fact that I had the light pole. I had the temporary pole set up. It's that all the rules have changed on
what you can do.
It's all about wording.
Yeah.
you got to be careful what words you speak, because after going back and talking to these companies, all the people that I knew have just left and took early retirement because they said they could no longer work and not be able to help people, because they were trying to help people, being nice to them and stuff like that. And all the companies now said there's no room for nice. Everything's got to be done on computer. It's got to be spelled out word for word. The trucks all have monitors in them now that tell them where they're at, how long they're there, and they're cameraed all the time. They can't, they can't help a client in any kind of way outside of what the book says. And they all just left the company, and you got a bunch of new, younger guys and gals coming in, mostly millennialists, that are trying to run a company that know nothing about helping anybody as far as going outside the rules. And they won't break the rules. They won't bend the rules. They won't do nothing to help anybody anymore.
And one person tells you one thing, and then you go to somewhere else and they tell you something different, and you say, but they said, and they go, no, that's not right. So you go back to the first person and they go, well, I don't know why the other person told you this, because this is what
the
this
way it
says.
is. And then I got printouts. I said, well, let me have a printout of what you expect from a temporary power pole. And I went to the next company, got their printout.
And they don't match.
They don't match. And eventually I just told them, I said, you know what? I'm a freaking contractor. I'm going to go stick the pole in the ground. I ain't waiting on no engineer. I said, and we finally got the code guy. He agreed to come out. He looked at the pole. He said, set up perfect, and they went ahead and radioed the power company. Power company come out, put the power in for us. After 3 days, we finally got it done. You just sometimes you just got to do it,
Yeah.
Keep on almost sounding like Ben with.
Yeah, I know. We got to get off that subject.
Yeah, I'm going to be like Melissa's husband, Ben, here.
We're going to be off the live stream.
We're going to be off the live stream because I can't shut up.
Yeah, they're going to.
That's another thing, guys. We've lost our freedom of speech because now we are being censored bad. I have to be very careful about what I say, which is going to mess me up on Porch Time now, because if I say the wrong thing now, they'll pull Porch Time down. Yeah. And if I keep saying the wrong thing, they'll pull my live streams away from me. So I have to be very careful about what I say.
Yeah, Idaho Hillbilly says he's going to have to get him a Deep South shirt. In the description below, in all our videos, you may have to scroll down toward the bottom. I think it's in there somewhere. It says T-shirts and caps.
Yeah, T-shirts and caps.
That's these T-shirts.
It's not our other T-shirts. It's the ones we got on here.
Yeah, this is a different company from the Crazy Days and from the other Deep South shirts. But
okay, Mama Tried Homestead said, do you have to have trellises on English peas?
Can I show our English peas?
You don't have to, but if you want to pick them real easy, because they become a mess if you don't. This is ours right here.
This is what our English peas are looking like. From last week now, I showed you they were about 1 inch tall.
Yep, this is 1 week's growth.
That's what they're looking like.
After using the inoculant on them and everything like that, this is what you get when you use the right stuff and the right inoculants on them.
Yeah. And that's what 2 weeks?
That's about 2 weeks since we planted.
A little over 2 weeks.
Yeah, since we planted. Yeah. A view is a view. Yes, men, Pam's censorship.
Exactly.
Okay.
The lady said
major sweet potato question coming up. We will be watching. Pull the live stream. Think not. Hey, Sarah, if I say the wrong word.
Yeah, they will.
Since all the school shootings has been going on and everything like that, they're getting everything. We're being thrown on the back burner. So I'm gonna tell you guys, if you want to watch us, you're gonna have to come to us, because YouTube is taking away the notifications and stuff.
Yeah, you just know every day we put up a video and come to our channel, because if you don't get a notification, they go up at 4 Central in the morning, and if not 4 or 5 if I forget, but anyway, somewhere along in there. And B Lady asked about the shirts. It'll be in the description. It says T-shirts and caps. What is the name of that company? I forgot the name of the company that puts these out. But it's in the description of all our videos.
Tennessee Girl says, this is the first year you raised moringa. No, we've had moringa for several years, actually.
Yeah, last year we planted them in the herb garden, and I have 3 still in the herb garden. I took one up and put it in our greenhouse. The year before, they lived all winter in the greenhouse.
I know hillbilly says, "Wow, is that what green looks like?"
Yep.
All they see is white.
Move south. That's it. Move south.
Yeah.
Y'all, I'm already hot, so
Yeah,
I'm already
she's in
kicking
that
in
phase
high
of
gear.
life. Yeah.
See, Miss Big Lady, these things still work.
She's still using it.
Um,
B Lady says, I saw a few other channels do the same thing. Is it your book?
is it in
your
book?
book?
What book? Oh, I'm not sure what she's talking
I
about.
must have missed a question back up there somewhere.
You have to post the first part. We must have missed something.
When do you plant asparagus in North Carolina Zone 8? Anytime after the frost. I mean,
yeah, pretty quick in the next.
Yeah,
well,
you're in let's see, in North Carolina. They're still cold up there a little bit. You probably got another couple of weeks.
2 or 3 weeks. So
Yeah.
Make sure your frost is gone. Ours should be popping the ground shortly. I was thinking by March we were eating asparagus.
Yeah,
maybe?
we were eating asparagus. Ours hadn't come up out of the ground yet, so.
Yeah.
Oh man, Nancy Briggs said everything's getting so expensive. Went to the eye doctor and ended up spending $450. Hey, that's a reality right there. She's exactly right.
About time to cut the grass here. Danny cut the grass last week.
I cut ours last week and it already needs cutting again.
It's beautiful and green because he cut it and kind of chopped up the dead grass and got some of the leaves chopped up. So the green grass just popped.
It's just everywhere. Our fields of ryegrass is coming on good. Woodbine says we should show more of the goats in our videos. They are so funny. They're like a barrel of monkeys, guys.
If you want to see more of them, go to Crazy Days. That's my channel. I have most of the videos of the goats over on Crazy Days because we just have so many videos that I can't put the fun stuff on Deep South like I want to.
Deep South is not a lot of fun stuff on it. It's all on Crazy Days. If you want to see what fun stuff goes on at Deep South Homestead, you got to go over to Crazy Days.
Yeah.
Okay, there's the B-Lady's question. Okay, I watched Heidi Laurie's video about her sweet potatoes. She grew in open hole plastic baskets, and they came out really good. Yeah, I mean, as long as
she grew some good potatoes.
She grew some nice potatoes. She stacked them up, done a real good job. It works.
Yeah, you use what you have.
Yeah.
And so she wanted to try it, and she grew her some potatoes, and I think she grew tomatoes and peppers, and I want to say cucumbers. I can't remember. She had 4 or 5 things that she grew last year.
Yeah, Grizzly's saying he's been missing Big Lady's streams.
She's going to be back next week. I know
it ain't just that. YouTube is not throwing people's things out there anyway.
Yeah, she just took a break.
I know she took a break, but YouTube is also not putting people's stuff out there.
Two Family doesn't have dirt anymore. They have mud.
I know, guys.
Welcome to rain country.
We have been following the polar vortexes that's happened. The polar vortex is split into 2 sections now. It's got a warm system between them, and it is literally screwing up the weather in the world. And everybody in the central United States is getting flooded with water, snow, ice. I mean, everything.
Grizz says, "Don't that just get your goat?"
It just gets your goat.
Shoot, we got standing water. Oh man. Well, we got rain. It rained yesterday.
We didn't get much. We only got like 1.25 inches. I mean, we didn't get a lot. That's not much for us because we usually get 5 and 6 inches at a time. And
Jen, you need to call me tomorrow or the next day and tell me what to do with my moringa trees in the herb garden because I need to know how far to cut them back and that sort of thing. Because Jen is our moringa expert. She did put a couple of videos up. So when she gets here, we're going to make her sit down and talk and do a video with her, hopefully the first night she's here.
Yeah, Mark and Jamie said they've had inches of rain there today and lots in the past week, and you got more coming, my friend, it looks like.
Yeah. Okay, so we showed the English piece. Let me show them what else.
Okay, yeah, let's show them a little bit more about what's going on here. Let's see what we got going on.
This one.
This is our Irish potatoes, guys, our red potatoes.
All these little rows have green all down.
All the way down. They're up about 3 to 4 inches tall. They're probably It's supposed to be through raining here by Wednesday of this coming week. So after that, we'll let it dry out for a few days. We'll probably be able to get in there and do a little plowing. By then, they should be up about 6 to 8 inches tall.
Yeah. So that's our potatoes, and the fingerlings are up like that too. I just didn't take another picture.
Yeah, the fingerlings were up looking nice.
And that is our sugar cane, one patch of the sugar cane.
Yeah, the sugar cane's starting to come up real good. It's you know, these 80-degree days is just making that stuff pop like crazy.
Yeah, so their sugar cane is coming up. Y'all, we just praying it don't
Pray we don't get a freeze.
Freeze. Okay. While we were out, Heather's been taking pictures. I've been taking pictures, and part of spring is our flowers. I think this is when I took today.
Yes, Miss B Lady, English peas will grow in the north.
Yeah. So I'm going to just show y'all some of the pictures that we took today. I took that one.
The growing season in the north is anytime the ground is like 45 degrees or warmer, you can start putting English peas in the ground.
Heather took this one. You said this is the pear tree, right?
Those are pear trees, yeah.
Yeah, our pear trees bloomed out looking great. That is the jasmine.
That's yellow jasmine here. We hate that stuff with a passion. It kills bees. It's toxic to everything. It's poisonous. I mean, we just hate the stuff. It's very evasive.
Takes over everything.
Takes over everything.
This is our garlic. Elephant garlic.
This is elephant garlic right here. Somebody's asking questions. Woodbine Living says, going to make a plowing video with the new Hall's tool. Yes, we plan on it. Can I put seed potatoes in the fridge until spring in Wisconsin? Yes, you can. As long as it doesn't get colder than around 35 to 40 degrees.
How do we keep the gardens watered when it's dry? We have hoses that we can run from the well.
Yeah.
And the ones that are over on the hill,
they don't get watered.
We usually don't water them. If we do, we have to tote buckets of water over there and hand water.
David Wolf says, has a new sugar cane come up yet? Yes, we just showed you a picture of that.
All right.
These are huckleberry blooms. I want to show y'all, this is what a huckleberry bloom here looks like. They're getting ready to start putting the baby huckleberries on.
Yeah. So we've got these everywhere. Yes, we are going to record Jen's talk, and we're going to put it out. This is our peach trees.
Yeah, and you notice on the peach trees, you see the harlequin bug right there on the bloom. We're already beginning to have an insect problem here, and we've only had a week of days in the 80 degrees, so that tells us we're going to have an issue with the insects here again this year.
Okay, where can you buy sugarcane?
Sugarcane will not be for sale until fall of next year. It's too late now to buy sugarcane.
Do we have any self-fertile pear and apple trees?
Yes, our pear trees are self-fertile. Our apple trees, I graft my own apple trees. I'll graft 2 or 3 varieties onto one tree so that tree will be a self-fertile tree.
Yeah. All right, this is our violets. These are wild violets. This is something Heather took.
Yeah, Malcolm made a good point there. If you want your potatoes to start sprouting before you plant them, you'll want to take them out of the refrigerator about a week or two before it's actually time to plant them in order for the eyes to start sprouting, because if they're in the refrigerator, the chances of the eyes sprouting is going to be slim. You want them to be in some warmer temperatures where they'll sprout.
All right, that's the one. Oh, that's the violet.
Future Dreams Reality was asking, do I know of any self-fertile pear and apple trees?
And we do not sell blueberry plants. We have 50, but we don't sell any.
No, we don't sell our blueberries.
Will you heal the potatoes much more than what the picture showed? Yes.
Oh, yeah, they'll have to go up a lot higher than that.
He was just talking about doing that with the Hall's tool.
I'll be using the Hall's tool to do the first plowing with, and I'll use the tractor to do the second plowing.
Yeah. This is a red top that Heather took over on their property. She's real good with photography, and she's taken a lot of pictures of. She's got pictures of the goats. I'm going to use those probably this week. And this is the culprit for all our sneezing and coughing and
Yep.
Yellow stuff everywhere. This is the pine. What do you call that? Is that the bloom for
that's
pines?
a bloom off of a pine tree. This is a stigma or stamen on a pine tree. The yellow you see on it's a pollen that comes off of it.
Yeah, that turns everything yellow here.
Sarah says, do you sell any grafted trees? I have in the past. I just haven't done any grafting yet. And if I do, it'll be a little bit later in the year, once I know they've taken.
All right, Jessica said for us to pray. She's hearing the rain from the storms that had the tornadoes, so it must be getting close to her area. And B Lady said they won't sell peach trees in her area because of the black rot.
Yes, there's places in the United States that won't sell.
I have chicks that need heat lamp too, so won't need power.
She said they don't need the power to go out.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, she must be in a cold area. I left the
Woodbine Living says, are you getting fire ants yet? Fire ants are year round here. They never go away.
We actually killed a few fire ants this week.
We killed a few of them this week, yeah.
Danny, actually, the ones that weren't in our garden area, the ones that were out in the yard and in places we didn't want people to step on when they come here in a couple of weeks, he put some gas in them, and we actually killed some fire ants.
Yeah.
So gasoline will work, just saying.
Malcolm's right. When you go to buy blueberries, make sure you buy from a reputable company. If you go to Walmart or Lowe's or Home Depot and all these places to buy your trees, it can take up to 5 years before they'll actually bear fruit. If you go to a nursery where they use cuttings off of the trees, they'll bear fruit in probably about 2 years, 2 to 3 years.
Ours was what, 2-year-old?
2-year-old, we was getting berries off ours.
Yeah. And ours is doing pretty good. They're what, 4 years old now.
They're fixing to be 4 years old. Yeah, they're about 6 feet tall now.
They're looking good.
Oh, let's see here.
The parts of the pine trees that produce pollen are called
catechins. She's right. I'm thinking about flowers. This is catechins, yeah.
Catkins.
Yeah.
Okay. I picked pine berries in my video.
Yeah.
That's food forest.
B Lady's talking about moringa is good for arthritis. Yes, it is. Very good for it.
It's also good for animals. You can use it for your animals. You can use it as
a good protein source too.
Yeah, and we're planning on possibly getting some and sitting them out in the edge of the woods. We're trying to create a landscape that's a little different, and moringa grows really well.
Yeah, moringa goes well
and
here.
Fast.
And yeah, real fast.
So we're hoping to get quite a bit of it growing in different areas because the animals will eat it, and it is a good food, and as fast as it grows, it would help add some added nutrients to their diet.
Jennifer said we'll probably need physical therapy to heal my torn, strained muscle.
Yeah, that's what I was mentioning. She didn't think it was a kidney that was hurting. It was the muscle.
The muscle, okay. See, Jennifer Nuthead says Shamir. It must be Ain Shamir. She must be talking about the Ain Shamir apple. I must have missed something somewhere.
Yeah, they're talking about different types of apples.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, where we live at here, Sarah, we can only grow the Golden Delicious will make a beautiful tree here, but it won't bear any apples. We have good luck with the Ain Shamir and the Anna, which are both from Israel. And there's also one called the Honey Crisp. It makes a real good apple. And then there's the Collie apple, which does pretty good in our climate.
Did the moringa survive in the garden over winter?
We don't know yet.
I'm asked. Jen's gonna let me know. She's gonna tell me how to check and know. But I know the top of it's dead, but I think the bottom is gonna come back out. I just got to know how much to trim it and things like that. I didn't know you could trim them, so she's gonna help me with that part of it. But the one in the greenhouse is already coming back out, so it's time. Pratts. We've been invaded.
We're being invaded by the Pratts.
Instead of rats, we're being invaded by the Pratts.
Yeah, instead of rats, it's Pratts.
We're being invaded by the Pratts.
Yep. They don't make a trap for a Pratt though.
I bet I could get
Yeah,
one.
I bet we could come up with one.
We could get a trap for a
It wouldn't be
prat.
hard with Mike, because see, Mike's got game.
I know.
It'd be easy to catch Mike.
We could catch Mike.
Yeah.
So we might come up with a prat trap.
Yeah, we're going to come up with a prat trap.
That's a pretty cool video, a prat trap.
Grandma's Rose says you can use crabapple as pollinator for apple trees. That's what we use
We have
here.
a flowering crabapple plus tame.
We have tame apples, flowering crabapples. Or wild.
Wild crabapples.
Yeah, we have.
On the way home, they stopped at a roadside stand and had some type of apple, black something. They were hard as rocks. Black. What kind of apple's black? Never heard of that.
Never heard of that.
Okay. Christy says she ran out of moringa and started craving more protein. So it does boost the protein levels. Yeah. Where can you get moringa? We're going to have some of the plants at the gathering. We're going to have some seeds. And if we have enough seeds, we will put some up on Etsy. And they are fast growing. I put these in the ground or in pots less than 2 weeks ago, and they're already 3 or 4 inches tall. So they're fast growing.
They are, yeah.
She said they're not a black apple. That's just the name.
Yeah. I'll go find
Arkansas black or something.
It may be the Arkansas black, yeah.
April says that Honey looks like she's outgrowing the others. She is.
Honey's growing like a weed. She is. That Kiko's coming out in her now.
Yeah, she's growing really faster than the other two. Ellie Mae's she's gotten tall.
Yeah, Ellie Mae's just tall and slim.
And Zoe's just going to be kind of petite. I'm saying she's going to be petite.
Rough, pretty good.
Okay. So okay. I laid my book down. I don't even know what we're supposed to be.
I don't even know what we're supposed to be. We've been sitting here talking back and forth with them.
Okay.
Yes, there'll be plenty of seeds there, we're hoping. Everybody's bringing seeds. There should be plenty. Yeah,
it's going to be a massive seed swap. Plus, we're giving away some, and then some people may have some they want to sell. Who knows? But, I mean, lots of it's going to be
You know what's amazing to me? They hear everything in the background out here.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because Megan said, all the sounds in the background reminds me of my childhood in the woods. I pray I get to live like that one day.
Oh, okay.
Well, thank you. It is a dream. We do get to live the dream.
Yeah, we're working on the media room. This is a work in progress that come to a standstill right now. We're trying to decide what to put on the walls and the floors and the ceiling. Okay,
Steve says, what part of the moringa do you eat? You eat the leaves. How big does a moringa tree get? They can get as big as you want.
10 feet tall.
You can get 10, 15, 20 feet tall, or you can keep them cut back and you can make a wider spreading bush out of them. That's what they advise people to do, is cut them back.
If I'd have known that, I'd cut mine back last year, but I'm going to keep them cut this year.
Okay. Thank you, Mike. He says this is a great looking media room. Kathy says, I'm bringing plants. That's cool. Makes you select
what
the bell on the
internet
channel now.
Service
be sure to go and turn the channel on. We use HughesNet.
HughesNet. Now, we had AT&T.
Gen 5 HughesNet. Now, not just HughesNet, but it's Gen 5 HughesNet. Yeah.
We had AT&T, and it was about slow as molasses.
Yeah.
We barely live streamed. I don't know why people even watched us when we live streamed. They're all putting their states up now. Okay, so what are we talking about now? Let me think. Oh, Danny's new book.
Oh, yeah. I got a new book out, guys. It's about English peas. Did you bring one in here?
I did not.
Why
would I do that?
I don't know. That was the whole purpose of the live stream tonight.
Yeah, to show his new book. This is the second in a series. The first one was the sweet potato manual. This one's the English pea manual.
What did you do with it? You cleaned the room up?
Office. On the desk.
Office on the desk.
So I've been cleaning house. And when I clean house, everything gets moved. But this is the second one. It's got the holes in it to fit in a 3-ring binder. And hey, South Georgia Hydroponics and Scratchmade. Hey, y'all. It's got to be Leslie. It ain't Danny saying, hey, y'all. And So it's ready to go in your binder. For those of y'all a year later, we're kind of slow at things, but we're
I
going to
never
get
found
there.
it. Wanda cleans up the house. She thinks everything's got to be put in a specific place. Had to go track it down. Okay,
Come
this way. There we go.
that way.
This is it, guys. English Pea Manual from Deep South Homestead. Give it time for it to look there. That's me out in my English peas, picking them on my knees. And when you look inside the book, there's lots of pictures that will, there's pictures of every part that describes and shows things. I'm not going to, I mean, they got to buy the book to see it. I'm just trying to show them. About diseases that hit English peas, about trellis systems and all that kind of stuff in there.
That's enough teaser.
That's enough of a teaser, I reckon.
Yeah, that's a teaser.
But the book is available. You know, they'll be at the gathering, or you can order them. You go to our Etsy store, you can get them through there.
Yeah. And we hope to have several, but it's just going to be one of those as we can get them done things. It took us a year to get this one.
Well, it's because we don't go on the internet and pull pictures off of plants on the internet. The pictures of the plants in our books come from our gardens.
Yeah.
What you see is the real thing here. We take them from our plants, and that's why sometimes it takes a year to do one of these books, is because we use only our plants.
And we wanted to have the best pictures showing each detail that we needed to talk about in the book, because a lot of people, you can read it in all these other books, but if you can't see it sometimes
visual things help.
A lot of people are visual.
Yeah.
Yeah, Deborah says she's already ordered hers. Okay, so that was one thing we wanted to talk about, was his book.
Yeah.
He's kind of proud of that. And one thing, my channel, Crazy Days, lots of people do not know that I had that channel, and it's spelled crazy, C-R-A-Z-Y, and then days, D-A-Z-E-S. And lots of people say daisies, but it's Crazy Days.
Yeah.
I looked it up. I did a video on my channel. Crazy Days, D-A-Z-E-S, days spelled with the S is correct because it is the plural of D-A-Z-E.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be pronounced daisies. A lot of people thought it was kind of weird, but I did it because D-A-Z-E was taken. And when I saw that I could spell it with an S, I did.
South Georgia Hydroponics says, Danny and Wanda, I think I'm planting snap beans next weekend. What do you reckon?
Recommend.
Well, recommend. No, well, he said reckon.
I know that.
Next weekend, what
is next weekend? It's the 1st of March.
It's the 1st of March. I'll have to look at the moon phase. We're on the increase of the moon, but I have to look and see what sign we're in, because I'm not really sure which sign we're going to be in.
We're planting in the next couple of weeks.
Probably ours will be going in, not this week, but the next, here where we live at. Yeah. And I think you're going to be pushing it close, but if you don't get a freeze or something, you may pull it off, because I'm telling y'all, here where we live at, and it may not be that way where you live at, but where we live at, we're 3 weeks ahead so far.
Yeah, and it's been hot this week.
The stuff we're getting right now, we should be getting in the middle of March.
And too, you got to know, next week it's supposed to get cool again.
We're supposed to be
freezing.
It's not going to freeze. Our temperatures next week, in the middle of the week, is going to drop into the low 40s during the night and be back up around 70 to 74 degrees during the day, which is actually it's actually perfect weather for growing early cool spring stuff. It's actually good.
It's going to help the tomatoes in the greenhouse, because as long as it's staying around 80 and we keep the breeze blowing in there, the tomatoes are doing fine. We've got little tomatoes the size of marbles now, but we don't want that greenhouse to hit 100. We may have to end up putting a fan in there or something to kind of keep it going. But right now, it's staying a good temperature for tomatoes, and which is awesome. So we're hoping to have fresh tomatoes shortly. I'm just anxious.
The one thing you have to watch is some things that you plant, like cucumbers, okra, squash, and stuff like that. If the soil temperature is not right, and I guess this is one of the things Wanda was wanting me to talk about, and I guess I might as well use this opportunity. is that seeds have a built-in time clock, just like potatoes or anything else like that. It doesn't matter what you do to them. If you put them in the dirt, they're not going to come up until that dirt reaches a particular temperature.
Mm-hmm.
And if you plant them too early and they'll lay there in that ground, chances are they'll ruin.
That's what happened to my cotton last year.
It will ruin, because I'll tell you why store-bought seeds will ruin. And ones, if you just throw the cucumber or a tomato or whatever off out there in the field and it comes up on its own, I'll tell you why. It's because when seeds are harvested and sold as seeds, the protective coating is taking off of them. Because all seeds have a protective coating on them when they're inside the fruits that prevents them from coming up for at least a year. So that's why I tell people, do not plant something earlier, like okra. There's no need even putting okra in the ground until the ground temperature is at least 70 degrees. Because if you do, you're just wasting your time. It may come up, but it won't ever bear like it's supposed to.
Yeah, I'm reading comments. They're funny.
Easter is on April Fools this year. Tell the kids you hid eggs and then wait till they don't find any and say April Fools. That sounds good.
We got to figure out an April Fool's this year.
I don't like it. I mean, it just makes people laugh, and that makes me sick.
I know, but your dehydrated water went over so well.
I know it did. It did. But we got one coming up that's going to be just as good.
Yeah, we do have a good video.
We got a good video coming up that's going to be more of a funny one than anything else.
Have I had any luck with the Malabar spinach growing again? Not yet. I haven't planted any more. Probably will this week to see. I have some regular spinach growing right now. But the Malabar spinach likes warmer weather, so now that it's warmed up, I should be. It did fine until that really hard freeze for several days.
Christine says, how long are tomato seeds good for? We don't like to keep ours over about 3 years, but I have planted some that's been as old as 5 and 6 years old and still got a 50% return on them. So, I mean, I recommend within 2 to 3 years, but some will go longer than that.
Scratch said they planted okra today in a Back to Eden. I'm BT.
I think it's what Back to Eden.
And what kind of spacing do you need for Brussels sprouts? I don't know.
Brussels sprouts needs to be about 24 inches apart.
We tried that last year or year before.
Year before, and it wasn't cold enough for them.
Yeah. We grow Malabar, New Zealand, and perpetual spinach.
Yeah, those are great spinaches there, guys.
What happened to the mini ice age?
It's still happening.
But just not here.
Yeah, the mini ice age was never intended for our area. The mini ice age, like I told y'all, we have no jet stream in our country because there's no El Nino, no La Nina in the Pacific Ocean. And when the jet stream comes down, I mean the polar vortex comes down now, it's going all the way into South Texas and looping back up right over the corner of Louisiana, across Arkansas and Tennessee and up through there, which is exactly what they forecasted. And I told everybody that if you live anywhere from southern Ohio, across to southern Illinois, down across northern Arkansas, down and all the way down into Texas, and then right back up into Oklahoma over in that area, that is projected to get colder than normal. Now, we will continue to get some cool weather, but we won't stay as cold as the rest of the country does.
When do you plant garlic? Well, we've been planting ours.
Garlic is supposed to be planted actually in the fall. We usually plant ours around the end of October to the 1st of November. You can plant it in the spring, you just won't have a very big head on it.
Yeah. Ours is, I mean, I just showed you, ours is, let me see, I don't even know where it's at here. This is the, what was it, elephant garlic here.
Yeah, this is our elephant garlic already.
And then our other garlics are not quite that big.
Not quite that big, but almost that big.
Yeah. So this has been planted since what?
October of last year.
Yeah. So that's what our garlic is looking like right now. What zone is garlic?
Garlic can be grown all the way from way up in the north all the way to down in the south.
Okay.
Okay.
Have you all tried longevity
spinach or Okinawan? I've actually eaten Okinawan spinach before. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you sell any garlic to be planted? When it's the time of the year to do it, we will, but it's not the time of the year in the south to be planting. Usually be in the fall. Can we
Uh,
talk about okra here in the near future? Time to plant, soak seed, and so on. We can when it's time, but it's gonna be probably another month before it's time to plant okra.
yeah. And do you soak your seed?
No, I don't soak my seed.
You just plant.
I just
We
plant.
used to soak ours. I mean, I do remember doing that.
Glenn from Oklahoma says, "Will you sell any elephant garlic later?" Yes, once it dries this fall, we'll have some for sale.
Yeah.
I don't actually think there's any in left, are
What?
elephant garlic. We've used most of it, haven't we?
Was that elephant garlic I had in there?
Under the cabinet in the
I've
basket.
still got some left, yeah. Not a lot, but I still got. I'm using
Glenn messaged me. We will check and see if we have any elephant garlic left, because elephant garlic is really the easiest garlic to grow.
Yeah, and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. And I'll just see. Just send us a private message, and we'll see if we'll get back with you. And we might have a few. I'm just not sure.
Yeah. Our sweet potatoes that he planted for slips in the greenhouse.
In the greenhouse is already up about.
He could pull slips off right now, just about it.
They're probably 8 to 12 inches tall.
Yeah, they grew like 2 or 3 days ago. We were in there. They were still the little spindly things. Yesterday, I don't remember even seeing the green, but today they were huge.
Yeah.
So, I mean, unless we just didn't pay any attention yesterday, I don't know.
Yes, Jen, you can grow elephant garlic in pots. It's real easy to do.
Yeah.
Real easy. I mean, they make a bulb as big as a baseball.
All right. But this week, after we put the sweet potatoes in the greenhouse and these are growing, my thought was interrupted. You did some on the hugel bed.
I done some on the hugel bed. Yes, we went and checked out our storage in the cellar, and come to realize, because of the warm temperatures we had last year, our cellar stayed warm, and our sweet potatoes started sprouting. So
that's another thing with nature.
That's one of those things with nature. When it gets to be time, it doesn't matter how long you've had that potato. When it's time, no matter what conditions you've had it under, when it is time, that potato will sprout regardless.
And the deal is, we had a lot of people say, well, you ought to known that they would sprout, or you should have done something different. We usually don't plant as many as we did last year.
Yeah.
And we eat all our sweet potatoes or can before January.
Yeah.
This is the first year we went past January with sweet potatoes. And we had just finished up about a month ago all the little bitty sweet potatoes, because we weren't thinking the big ones would ruin.
Right.
And the time clock on the big ones just kicked in, because I went down the week before and picked up 4 or 5 and brought them up and baked them, and they were fine and dandy. But when I went back down, just a difference of a week, they had started sprouting like crazy, because their time clock kicked in. Nature just has a way of knowing when it's time for spring to, when to grow.
Malcolm says, what is the best garlic for northern part of Zone 5? It's probably going to be a hardneck garlic. Any of your hardnecks, I think, if I'm correct on that, would be okay up there in that zone. Yeah. I think your soft necks are better for the southern climate. Your hard necks are better for the northern climates. Jen, you can correct me on that from the Nut House if I'm wrong, but I believe I'm accurate on that.
How do we control fire ants? The ones on your property are relentless.
We don't control them; they control us.
We managed to kill a few this week with some gasoline, but that was not the ones in the garden. And right now, we don't have any in the garden.
No, we don't have any in the garden right now.
We may later, but right now there's not any in the garden.
I want to answer this one. Yo Ricks has a question. He says, what is the best way to cook okra in our opinion?
I like okra anyway.
Well, we batter ours with pecan meal from Tanner Pecans, which Scratchmade Homestead's on here, or was.
And they can put a link to Tanner's Pecan.
They can put a link to Tanner's Pecan on here. We use pecan meal from them, because the okra is naturally kind of slimy and sticky, but when you put that pecan meal on it, it binds to it, and we fry it in a skillet. And
I used coconut oil. And just not a lot, probably a quarter of a cup, maybe a half. It may not even been quite a half, but of coconut oil. and I let it just kind of cook. I put the lid on, steam it down some, take the lid off, flip it a few times and stuff. And you can ask the Lorries. They were here the other night and they loved it. It tastes really good because they didn't like the slimy that we fixed before. They didn't like
Yeah.
boiled okra, but they did like the
But they
pecan
love the one
meal.
with the pecan meal because it gives it a
Yeah,
nutty flavor, which goes along good with the okra.
yeah.
And you can prepare okra in a lot of ways. You
Pratt
can.
said they grow the hard neck.
I was thinking it was hard neck. I didn't. I don't think I've ever been wrong, have I? Don't answer that on live stream, okay?
I actually told. Well, I
I told you don't answer that on live stream.
Never mind.
I've always been right.
I'm
All
not
right.
saying nothing.
No, okay. That's best not to
Okay.
just leave that alone.
We got the Homestead box this week, and Danny planted some tomato seeds with it. It was a nice box with a lot of stuff for planting seeds. But
Yeah.
next month, the box that we get.
Next month, the Homestead box will be a box that Deep South Homestead helped design. So if you want a box that we've helped design, then you need.
It's too late
now. I'm
if
sorry.
You're not, you'd have to already be
You'd have to already be a
subscription
member to the Pioneer box.
No, to the Homestead box.
To the Homestead box.
He says
I'll get it right because the Pioneer box is on every one of them.
Well, that's they have different levels. The
Yeah.
Pioneer box is the one we get.
That's the one we get. Yeah.
Yes.
But if you're a subscriber to the Homestead box, your next box will be a Deep South Homestead box.
Yes.
But if you order one right now, it will not be a Deep South Homestead box.
Yeah, you'll get the starter box first, and then you'll pick up the next month with whatever the next month is. But as of now, April, you'll get it in March, like 2 weeks before April starts, but you'll get it in March. But it's called the April box. It is Deep South Homestead all the way. It's things that we use or we like around the place. And I think everybody's going to be pretty excited about it.
I think so. Yeah, Mike.
What did he say?
Oh, Mike says, "Dang, Danny sounds just like me." Yeah, and Amy is it Amy? Yeah. Amy says Danny is always right. Thank you, Amy. I love you, girl. That's what I'm talking about right there. I love faithful people.
You and Mike Pratt, I'm just not letting y'all get together.
It's dangerous when me and Mike get together. You saw what happened when we went to the Tennessee conference up there together.
Yeah, I know.
You seen what happened. Everybody laughed so hard their face froze.
Yeah. Fried okra is the best. Can't wait to get it in the ground.
I love fried okra, man. But now we put pecan meal on it. I love it even more. We used to use cornmeal, but now we use pecan meal.
Your daughter says you used to tell her that you were always right, and she says now she believes you. I figured now you'd say I don't believe him.
Oh, yeah. But there's one thing my daughter can tell you. If her daddy tells you anything, you can take it to the bank because I'm going to do exactly what I say I'm going to do.
Yep, pretty much.
It don't matter. I don't care what happens. If I tell you it's the way it's going to be that way. Oh, let's see. Yep, Pratt said, good times. We had froze faces. We did. We laughed so hard, our face muscles up here got cramps in them. And we were smiling and didn't even want to smile. I mean, it just happened.
And it hurt.
It hurt to
not smile or to smile. It just hurt. Our faces hurt really big time.
Oh.
Okay. This week I went and looked at the building. Yesterday, wasn't it?
It was yesterday. You and Heather went.
Yeah, Heather and I went by and looked at the building for the gathering. It's a big, huge...
square building.
Open building. He and I argued over this one.
I told her I'm the one who hung the ceiling in this building and everything several years ago, and I kept trying to tell her what the building was like, and she says, but I just can't picture it.
I had to go see.
She said, I got to go see. I got to go see for myself. I said, it's a square building. You walk in the front door, the bathroom's on the left, you got a stage in the middle, and you got a kitchen on the other side. That's all you need to know. You know?
And I had to see it.
Yeah.
So now I've got it planned out how things are supposed to go. And we can't get in it till Saturday morning because I think your Jen had asked about that. So we're going to try and be there at 7 o'clock so that if Troy can be there to hook up the sound system and everything, that'd be awesome. We're going to try. We're not doing a whole lot of decorating.
No, this is not Christmas.
It's going to be some decorating just because.
Okay.
And where can you get pecan meal?
In Mobile.
TannersPecan.com.
Yeah, tannerspecan.com. It's in Mobile, Alabama. And Scratchmade Homestead and them, if they're still on here, they're the owners of that. Fantastic stuff.
It's Tanners with an S, pecan with no S.com.
My daughter, Jennifer Johnson, says I will be available for honest answers and questions about my daddy at the gathering.
Oh, no.
Yes.
That's awesome. We need to charge money for that.
Well, she could set up a booth, probably.
Yeah.
She probably could.
She could make money.
You could probably make money on that one. Yeah.
That's
$1 a question, $5 a question, whatever you have, you know. And she would probably tell you the truth.
Or make it up one. If she's getting paid, she could just make it up. They wouldn't care.
Well, that's true. That's true.
She doesn't have to, though.
But see,
she has so many stories.
She has so many stories about me because I've led such an interesting life.
Yeah, you know? she could tell you stories on top of stories on top of stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fun.
She could talk about all the animals I killed with a knife, you know, and all
the boyfriends you've run off.
The boyfriends I've ran off from my house and how I ran them off, you know. All the stories about boyfriends, I'm sure she could tell you.
Okay. But anyway, back to the gathering.
Okay, that has nothing to do with...
No.
Okay.
March 11th, Stone County Fairgrounds in Wiggins, Mississippi. Danny and I'll be there. Plus, as of right now, 40-something channels, 40-plus channels.
40-plus channels are going to be there. We may have the president there.
Some of them are little channels, some of them big channels. We have all varieties. Everybody's welcome. You do not have to have a channel to come. You just show up. We're not charging anything.
Not charging anything unless you're going to put a table with a booth.
Yeah. And that's $10 if you want to set a table up.
Yeah.
Bring you some cash because people are going to be selling some good things.
People's going to be selling some good stuff, so go by the bank before you come and just wipe yourself clean of all the money you got and just come there and give it to people.
Because it don't matter anyway.
It ain't going to matter anyway because if you want about, what is it, March the 23rd or
2 weeks later, it's all gone.
Yeah, 2 weeks later, China's going to switch over and start dealing in oil with the yen. The petrodollar dollar's probably going to collapse. Okay, we got to get off that subject anyway.
He can go on and on and make up stuff going.
No, I'm not making that up. That's real.
I know that part's real.
Okay.
But anyway, we've got people bringing bread, like 7D Farms is going to have bread for sale. Living on a Dime. Tara sent 2 boxes of cookbooks. And they're heavy, aren't they?
They're pretty heavy.
So
I had to lug them out of the post office one at a time.
Tara sending soap. So I know there's going to be soap on the way. Who else is selling stuff? Alderman Farms, I know, is selling some sourdough starter, which is
I don't know
dehydrated, I think.
I don't know who Martin's talking to, but Martin, we're not going to be at the conference in May.
No.
No, I'm not going.
And then we're going to have a few cookbooks, some of Danny's books, maybe a few other things. I'm not sure. I've got 4 or 5 other people that have told me they want tables that are selling things like lotions, essential oils, different soaps, aprons. I mean, we've got such a variety of things coming.
Yes, B lady, that's when the Shanghai Gold Exchange goes online. Yes. Yeah.
And so we've got quite a few, but there's several people in the chat that are going to be there, like Papa Truck Prepsteader and Backwoods Raised, Southern Arc Homestead. I've seen several. Mud Pie Girl. She's going to be there. Did I tell you that?
Oh, no, you didn't tell me that. No,
okay, I forgot.
Looking forward to meeting you, girl.
She's wearing the hat just so I know that's who it is.
Oh, okay.
So look for the lady with the hat.
That's right. Idaho Hillbilly said, I better be careful. YouTube is listening. I forgot. I apologize, YouTube. No, I don't either. I'm going to say what I want to say. Y'all know me. I'm going to say what I want to say when I want to say. April's going to
be there. And so we've got a lot of people coming. It's going to be fun. It's going to be potluck. So we're going to have some food.
Yeah, potluck. And that's a southern term, by the way, y'all.
We have Dirtpatcheaven.
That's kind of like,
I don't know.
Bless your heart.
Yeah. We got Dirtpatcheaven. We've got Freedom Acres, Alderman Farms, Living on a Dime, Homestead Momma, and we have Brim Family Homestead is renting a bouncy house for the kids, and Homestead Mama is going to help them plant some plants. She's got them a little book talking about seeds and stuff like that. So
Oh,
we have all kinds of things for kids to do as well as grown-ups.
B lady them's keeping up with Q. Smart.
Ah,
So do I. Yeah, you got Out of Goshen's coming.
yeah, out of Goshen. I knew I'd forget.
I
There's
knew
a
you'd
bunch
forget
of
them. You got Maya. You got all these people coming in here. And
yeah. There's a lot. Well, I mean, I told you there's 40-something channels.
40-something people. I can't even remember. I can't even remember your name half the time, much less all these other.
Two families coming. See, I almost forgot them.
2 or 3 family. Oh, it's 2 family, right?
They may have 3 time they get
By the
here.
time they get here, they may have a truckload.
I think she's bringing another family, so it's 3 families.
It may be 3 families. That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody selling berry bushes and the like. I don't know if anybody's going to be.
If they have them, they can bring them.
If you got them, bring them. Hey, man, if I wasn't wanting to make sure I survive the coming apocalypse, I would bring mine, but I'm not going to.
No, we can't sell ours, but.
No, I'm going to survive.
Yeah.
I will survive. That's a song, man.
Yep.
That's what I
Oh,
thought.
what was the commercial? We were talking about
nature.
Don't
look with the title of our thing here. It's talking about nature. We
knows when it's spring. Nature knows when it's spring.
Nature knows when it's spring, and we got to think about those of you who are older like us. I mean, this is gonna sound weird, but they have commercials out there that talks about don't mess with don't fool Mother Nature.
No, it's not nice.
It's not nice to fool Mother Nature. Now, those of you who are older like us will remember that.
Let them tell us.
Tell us what it was about when it said it's not nice to fool Mother Nature.
See how many of them remember.
See how many of y'all.
Because I had to go listen.
John Hendrickson, I do not believe, sir, that you do not know what is Q. I am not going to. I am not going to say anything about it.
I don't know what it is.
Please go.
I mean, I've seen it.
Go watch BP Earthwatch. Okay, he's a good one.
He's good on Q.
Yeah, and I seen B Lady. She said, yeah, just so let you know, we're keeping up with stuff.
They're saying butter. Which butter? What was the name of it?
What was the name of the butter?
It's not Parquet.
It's
I thought it was
nope,
too.
It's not Parquet. Nope. Come on.
They're all saying butter, but they don't know.
You got to know the name of the butter. It wasn't just butter. Now somebody's gonna Google it. Y'all had enough time. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I did. Yo, you gotta love this girl. I don't know why, but you got to love.
Okay, Terry. Terry's the first one.
Is Terry the first word? Where are we at here?
Chiffon.
Chiffon. Yep.
Two family finally called. They're good at Googling.
They're good at Googling, though, man.
Yeah. Not everybody should.
Not everybody should.
They all knew it was margarine, but chiffon was. So Terry, I don't know how you say it. Calcione.
Yep. See, that was at the point right there when margarine had been fed to turkeys as a supplement for protein. And they realized that the margarine was killing the turkeys because it's only one molecule away from being plastic. So they decided, hey,
we don't want to kill the turkeys.
We don't want to kill the turkeys. Let's give it to people. So they made commercials about it. They made people think that getting plastic in your arteries was a great thing. So then we have plastic-lined arteries.
Yeah, if you think it's butter, but
it's not.
It's
chiffon. Yeah.
We had to Google it and watch those commercials. That was funny.
Oh, yeah, her mom called it oleo. A lot of people called it oleo.
Yeah, I remember calling it oleo.
I remember calling it oleo, yeah. Yeah, Christine says, I can't believe it's not butter. Yeah.
That's a different commercial, though.
It is. That's a different commercial.
That's, what's the other one that's a fake butter?
Well, there was a whole pile of them.
No, this one is Country Crock.
Country Crock.
Wasn't that? Yeah. I can't believe it's not butter.
I can't believe it's not butter.
I think that was the Country Crock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Future Dream. Sarah said, not in my body. That's what I'm talking about, girl. You go.
Yeah, I raised my kids on that plastic stuff.
Yeah, I know. That's what's wrong with 90% of the kids today is they're raised with plastic, and now they got plastic-lined arteries. Or not need a stent. I mean, already got plastic. At least their arteries won't rupture. It's probably like a piece of PEX now.
Yeah, chiffon was the answer, though.
Yeah.
We Google some weird stuff sometimes.
I know it. We live a weird life. Yeah. We're not normal people.
Back in the old days, my dad told me you had to have You had to mix a package of yellow coloring with the oleo.
You know why they mix yellow color with oleo? I'll tell you why. Because most kids will not eat white butter. Because when you make butter, butter is just as white as cotton almost. And it has no salt in it. So if you don't put salt and food coloring in it, 90% of the kids will not eat it.
Yeah. Now we only use butter. I mean, and we've got. I found I still got some butter in that we made in the freezer. I forgot.
Yeah, I mean, I used to make all my own butter, but here lately we've been buying we don't buy salted butter. We buy the real sweet cream.
That's why we have the girls.
Unsalted butter.
In a year we will have some goat butter and cheese.
April said no heart disease here, so it must be the margarine. Yep, your arteries are probably already lined in plastic lines, so you're probably okay to go.
Velveeta's plastic also. Yeah, and it melts real well.
Yeah, Jen from Nut House has got it right. A lot of people have colon cancer because of the plastics and synthetic junks in food. Yeah.
Yep.
Man, it was something I was going to talk about, but I probably better not.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, I'm going to end up getting in trouble if I ain't careful.
Catherine says she colors her butter with carrot juice. That would be...
I've done that before. I've done it whenever I used to juice carrots. I would take the juice from the carrots and put just about maybe a half an eyedropper full in my butter, and it would make it have a nice, beautiful color to it.
Tang. I remember Tang.
I remember Tang and went to the moon with the astronauts, if you believe the astronauts really went to the moon, which I do. A lot of the old people didn't know.
Government cheese was the worst.
Oh, I don't know. Our commodities was pretty good here now.
I thought the peanut butter was the best.
Peanut butter was good. Remember the cheese?
Used to get
the cheese come in a little box, a little square box, kind of like Velveeta, but it was cheese. I mean, it was like they called it commodity cheese. Yeah.
My granny used to get the peanut butter, and we loved it. It had a sweet taste to it. It tasted good.
Yeah, but hey, I'm talking to him like they're sitting right here. Can you believe that?
He's going, hey.
I'm like, hey, I'm trying to get your attention. Listen to me. The government is actually considering taking the EBT cards away. And look, get this. They're actually wanting the people to come to the store and pick up commodities. Can you believe that? And the people are...
You quit hitting people.
I'm sorry. That's the way it was in the old days. You went up to the place. I'm sorry. Take them away from me. And you picked up commodities. And you went home with your commodities. But now people have an EBT card and they go to the store and they eat these big old fine steaks and all this kind of stuff. They buy meat for their dogs and their cats and all this kind of stuff, while all the hard-working people, have to struggle and eat the old, what do you call that, greasy hamburger meat that's like, I don't know, 50-50 or whatever. You start off a piece of pad about this big when it cooks and finally gets through, it's about that big around. And people are freaking out because they're not going to have their card, maybe. They're going to make them have to go get commodities. You know what? Maybe they'll get a job now.
Or they'll learn to raise a garden.
Or they'll learn to raise a garden. They might become a homesteader. We may have to... Never mind.
We've been watching Tara too long.
Oh, did Tara say that?
No, she's doing this, slapping the table. I'm gonna put Danny and Tara in two different places because they're gonna be beat something.
I hadn't had time to watch Tara like she has. I mean, I'm watching.
He hears her.
I hear her in the background. I just don't see her.
He's usually sleeping.
Don't tell them that.
Well,
I'm a hard worker.
Well, you are.
I work hard at my sleep.
I know.
I'm not scared of work. I'll lay down right beside it.
Yep.
I got to calm down.
Yeah, we've been on here for an hour. Homestead hippies. Yeah.
Homestead hippies. Yep. That's what we are. See this here?
Yep.
You know what's under every horse's tail? Well, I better not go there.
Where is this stuff coming from?
I don't know. We've been eating fake beans all week. I mean, when you eat fake beans, what do you get? You get a...
Okay, he's gonna have me in trouble. I'm gonna have to reel him in.
You're going to reel me back in. Come on here, baby. Come back. You just I'm sorry. Come back, words. Come back. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
No, we've been on here an hour. You got something else you want to talk about?
No, you told me I couldn't talk now. I mean,
yeah,
I'm not gonna say a word.
Oh, him and Brian have been at it all week.
If I can't finish what I was talking about, we eat fake beans, so I can't finish what I was talking about.
Okay. What are we doing? Doug Stacy's slogan is
The
Homestead
homestead homie,
Homies, and
Deep
ours
South
is
is the homestead hippies.
Well, would you rather be a hippie or a
Would you
homie?
rather be a hippie or a homie? You know, I mean, it's
That
your
sounds
choice.
weird.
It's your choice.
They could be a hippie.
You could be a homo hippie.
A hippie.
Like a homo sapien, you could be a homo hippie.
A homie hippie.
You could be a homo Indian. You could be a homie
hippie.
Homie hippie?
Or a hippie homie.
Oh, well.
Man, that gets confusing.
I guess we don't want to go there. Danny Corn Liquor. Papa Truck has done figured out my secret.
Danny Corn Liquor.
Made from Danny Corn.
Oh, man.
Oh, my word.
We would have to.
See, they're trying to finish me off there. Amy's trying to finish it off. She's got beans and musical fruit. Well, I wasn't going to say that. We had fake beans. We were having fake farts. You know. We were trying to figure out what is a fake fart. I mean, you know, does it not have a sound? Does it not have a smell? I mean, you know.
That's enough.
Okay.
This is where they go. It's like having two teenage boys in the house.
This is behind the scenes at Deep South Homestead that you don't usually see all the time. You know. And we are family friendly. Yes,
sometimes.
We are. Sometimes we are. Yeah.
Danny, you need to add Deep South Hippie to your T-shirts. Well,
we thought about that.
Several people asked about.
We thought about that.
Homestead Hippie T-shirts. We just got to think a little while on what actually. I came up with the slogan, and I done forgot what it was.
Oh, see, Grizz said it's a frog. It's not a fart. It's a frog.
I know. Okay, that's enough about that. I mean, Tara and her toilet paper.
Okay, Tara has her toilet paper. I have my frogs. You know, y'all hear them in the background.
Okay, this gathering's going to get interesting.
See, my daughter tells you right now. My daughter's telling you the truth. This is my daddy in the real. When I come on YouTube and I do these videos, and everybody, guys, I'm like, I'm serious. I'm telling y'all this is the way it is. You know, and all this kind of stuff. But 90% of the time.
Yeah, I told him he needed to lighten up.
Wanda told me, says, you need to lighten up on YouTube. These people are going to be taking you serious all the time. I said, well, I'm a serious kind of guy.
And half the people don't watch him because they think he's dead serious all the time. And he is in his videos. But
I am. When I met with LS this week, you know, I put on a different face when I meet with people of authority. I become an authority figure myself. I mean, you know, when I meet with the president, he and I sit down and talk, and I talk to him like a president. You know?
Yeah. But usually he's got his craziness going on.
Yeah.
And B Lady said, "This is Danny 100%." She knows too.
She knows. She done been here. She done been here. This B Lady knows. Yeah.
She couldn't help but laugh. Her husband was falling out of his chair laughing.
Yeah, Mark was just falling out on the floor. He couldn't even keep his composure. I didn't know if he was drunk or laughing at her.
He was just having fun because she was so funny too.
Tia says, "What is episode? Episode is a What does it resemble? Jen from the Nut House, help me out here. It's is it parsley? Is it like parsley, kind of like? I mean,
I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm not the smart one. Are you going to have T-shirts at the gathering?
No, we can't have T-shirts at the gathering. We're poor folks. We can't buy them and bring them.
Yeah, we can't afford to buy that many shirts. So if you want any shirts, you have to go to the link below in our descriptions and order them that way. Because if we bought a bunch of shirts, I'd have the wrong sizes. Everybody would need a medium, and I'd have all larges, or you'd need an extra large, and I'd have all small. So, you know, it's hard to know. You can't buy that many shirts. Jen
is exactly right. I forgot about that. Wanda took my mind off it a while ago. I was telling y'all about the fake beans and the fake farts, and I was going to go to episode.
How do we get back on this? You and Carl. No.
Episode helps to relieve gas from the effects of beans. That's what I was trying to get there, but Wanda screwed my mind all up because she's telling me, you got to quit saying this stuff. We're live on TV. We can't edit this out.
We ain't on TV.
This is a new TV.
You can put what is it, a leaf? A bay leaf in it.
Oh, you can put bay leaf. Episode? Well, no, a bay leaf is not episode. Bay leaf can be used.
It relieves gas.
Well, it does, but I mean, baking soda does too.
Is it episode?
No, it's not episode. Y'all see what I had to put up with?
I'm just curious. I'm just messing with your mind.
Oh, see, my daughter says Dad had a brain fart. Yep. It happens when you get to this age. Most people have Alzheimer's. I have sometimes.
Oh, Sarah, I am too. My eyes just water when I'm around this guy.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's a sad life, but somebody's got to live it.
Have it as optional. Pull my finger.
Pull it.
Okay.
Oh, put ginger in your beans. Yes, ginger's not only good for your heart. Well, I better stop because I could go places with that. But ginger's good for your stomach. Helps to soothe your stomach down.
B-Lay says they're smoking the crops. We don't have no crops we can smoke.
Nope.
Can't wait to meet y'all in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's Jay, ain't it?
Yeah.
Didn't Jay change his name? Yeah. Okay.
Jay changed his name. He don't want to be Jay anymore.
He don't want to be Jay anymore.
He would rather be Project.
He'd rather be Project Everywhere. And he's got a lot of stuff going on up there. That's the whole issue.
He does.
Oh, man.
Andy's backyard says he can't wait. Y'all, we are really ready for this gathering to get here because, I mean, we've got Jen coming in. She's going to stay with us a while. We have a couple more coming through. We're going to stay some, I hope. And we have a whole bunch of people in and out, roundabout.
Who used to wear his hat like that? Y'all remember?
Y'all tell him who wear it.
Who was it used to wear their hat like that on TV? Just walk around with his hat turned up all the time. Golly! Oh,
Let's see which one figures that one out.
Let's see which one figures that one out. Okay. Anyway.
Smoke sage and it'll clear your lungs. Yes.
If I smoke sage, I'm liable to want sausage. I can't help it.
If you have any type of lung congestion, if you have mullein, you can smoke it.
Ah, Noah's Ark got it first. Oh, April said Homer Pile. It's Gomer Pile. April actually was first, but you know, she misspelled part of it. Yeah.
Yep.
Good vanilla ice.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all know a lot about Gomer Pyle. Gomer Pyle ended up being, well, I better quit. I'm gonna get in trouble, ain't I?
Yeah, that's enough.
That's enough. Okay.
Change the subject.
See, that's the problem with YouTube. I can't speak freely like I used to.
You ain't going to.
Because the government's sitting here like this. You know, they got a hook in my mouth, so I can't, you know.
All right, so you're through.
Okay. Am I?
Change subjects.
Okay.
The Clean Comedy Central. I don't know how clean he is.
I took a bath a while ago.
Did you? Yeah, he did because he changed clothes.
Yeah.
He's been working all day. I have to give him that. He has been working. Okay.
Yep. Okay. Purdy. That's a Southern word. I'm going to write a book one of these days on Southern words.
Yeah.
Like fishing. We fishing to do something. You know, and my teacher asked me one time, said, you know, can you use certain words in certain sentences, you know? And that was, that we just had to quit because I just got too carried away with that. You know, and she didn't understand.
Brian, because he is from Boston.
Yeah.
He's lived in Florida for a few years, but he's from Boston. And him and Danny and his Southern words and Brian.
Yeah, Brian told me, he said, can you use the word ransom in a sentence? I said, sure. I ran some dog out the yard. And
they have been at it all week. I'm telling you. And I have not videoed the first thing.
Yep, that's
Nothing.
it.
Not one video at all of either.
We got a latecomer in here. Ms. Annette Newton must be a latecomer. She said, how did your meeting with the tractor turn out? It turned out real great. I met with the president. I met with the regional director. I met with an engineer here at my house. We come to an agreement. In a few weeks, you will see what that agreement was and how it's turning out. So it was a real good meeting. Turned out real well. Okay, yeah. Sammy Joe, she's got to go. That almost rhymed, didn't it?
Pretty close.
Yeah.
All right, and yonk too.
All right, yonk too.
Yonk too.
Yeah, we fixing to do something. You all right?
It's over yonder.
It's over yonder. Yeah.
You can't get there from here.
Yeah, you can't get there from here. Bless your heart.
Yeah.
Okay. You can't say gay on the video. But you can say pet puffer. That's okay. With YouTube standards.
Over yonder.
Don't forget to whatchamacallit.
Hey, you didn't bring your truck with you.
Which you did you?
Which you did you?
Yeah, which you did you? Yeah, you see, y'all understand some of that Southern lingo. Future dreams, reality fixing. Yeah, we fixing to do something. I was fixing my truck last night and I fell asleep under it. So you can use it in a lot of different ways. Ain't about to do nothing wrong.
Uh,
Ask me a question.
yep.
See, all these southern words that the rest of the world don't seem to understand.
Oh, Jen's gonna bring Mike. He's not used to Southern language.
He needs a dose of Southern
we
language.
fixed to have some
Oh
fun
my
with Mike.
God, Mike's gonna be here at my house, y'all.
And we fixing to have some.
He'll never go back.
To have some
we
fun.
fixing to have some fun. He ain't never gonna go back to California the way he came. I'm gonna promise you that.
No, that dog don't hunt.
That dog don't hunt. Yeah, it's raining cats and dogs here. All right, we got somebody here says I'm a pert near. Somebody here says I'm a yam danky.
They all know.
They all know.
Going to eat with Momma them.
Yeah. Oh man. Look at this. Future Dreams Reality says, give him a Southern
How you mama
diction.
them?
How you mama them? Mama them.
Mama them.
Them there taters ain't too good today.
Mississippi?
Mississippi? You gotta say Mississippi. It ain't Mississippi. It's Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all leave words out and parts of words.
We're gonna be like Justin Wilson here for long. We're gonna talk about them there mules that come up on the building, had to have his ears trimmed off, you know. Boudreaux didn't know how to, you know, I'm gonna have to stop, you know. We'll be like Jerry Clyers. Yeah, we could be like a lot of Jerry Clyers. I'm talking about Marcel Ledbetter. Yeah.
Or Jedediah.
A Jedediah, yeah. Or we could be like we could have the Squirrel House Revival.
Yep.
There's a lot of things we could have.
Sherry from Two Families sent me the Squirrel Revival. I think she hadn't heard that before, and she'd come across the Mississippi Squirrel Revival.
Yeah.
She thought that was funny.
Gladiator.
We grew up with that.
See, Sinclair Pages understands Gladiator. That's something you say about your mother-in-law. I'm Gladiator.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
Y'all gonna get us in trouble. We're gonna have to pray and go somewhere because
see, children in the South have a lot of different names. They call curtain climbers, rugrats, crumb snatchers, you know what I mean, all kind of things. Young'uns, you know, all these kind of things. In the South here, you liable to just be called a kid anything.
Yep.
You know why God made kids so beautiful when they were little? Till you could tolerate them till they acquired some sense.
So you could.
That's it.
They had to be cute.
God had to make a baby cute so you could tolerate them till they acquire some sense. Yep.
Down yonder south, up yonder north, over yonder east, out yonder west. That's not right.
That's pert near right.
That's it.
That's right. You act like a tree. Whatever. Okay.
You sure you want to miss this? She's telling B Lady she's sure she needs to just fly back to Mississippi.
You need to come back to Mississippi, B Lady.
Well, she's going to be here this summer.
That's true. She's only going to be a few hours away.
Yeah, we're going to get to sit down and just chat all day.
We'll get to sit down and chat and not be in a rush.
Yeah.
We might have a rush, but we're not going to be in a rush.
Yeah.
It's funny how words change over a period of time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's all about Coke. I'm not sure about Coke. What are they? Coke? Pop? Oh, pop.
They're pops. If you live up north, they call them a soda pop or something like that.
It's always Coke here. Everything's Coke.
My daughter says she was madder than a wet hen. See? That's what I'm talking about.
Some people don't know what a wet hen's like.
That's it. Because they've never been on a farm.
At the end of the day.
I can't stand people say at the end of the day.
When is the end of the day?
Well, it's like tomorrow. Tomorrow never gets here because when it does, it's always today.
What was that you were saying before we started? I was cracking up.
I don't know.
It was,
B Lady says, Danny, I'm coming just to preach to me. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Lord.
I need the Spirit, Miss B Lady. Please bring the Spirit on upon me.
Well, y'all know how to sing.
Are we?
If she comes, you got to sing.
She going to come. What are we going to be singing, Miss B Lady?
How
great thou art. We're going to sing How Great Thou Art? Probably not.
You was talking about Father Time and Mother Earth.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about TV programs that used to come on. Wanda. We was talking about, she said, well, we was going about the chiffon thing, talking about Mother Nature. And I told her, I said, yeah, you got to be careful with Mother Nature because when you get her screwed up with Father Time, you end up with a baby New Year. And that's what happens. You start messing around, getting all this kind of fairy tale stuff messed up, you can get yourself in trouble.
At the end of the day, it's not time.
That's right.
Till the cows come
Till
home.
the cows come home. Oh gosh,
Gonna
y'all.
give them a piece of my mind.
Don't do that. Most people don't have it to spare. Hold your horses. Yep. That's
Not
like Cheech
singing, it's singing.
It's singing. It's like Cheech and Chong one time. Cheech came in, had animal crap all over his mustache right here. It was all on the side of his face and everything. And Chong looked at him and said, "My God, Cheech," said, "where you been?" He said, "Been looking for love in all the wrong places." Okay.
That's okay. You going way off.
Okay, I'm gonna have to quit.
Quit your hollering.
Quit your hollering.
Mind your biscuits
before you burn them.
Oh yeah. What's the difference
Between a violin and a fiddle? One has strings, the other has strings. I thought, hey, I've heard that.
When someone makes you mad, they burned your biscuits.
Yep.
Well, I swanny.
Well, I swanny.
I
well, I've heard that in a long time.
That's been a while.
Been a hard time. Yeah, it's been a long time since I heard that one. Yeah. Yep. Too many jackasses, not enough ponies. Everybody wants to be chiefs. Nobody wants to be an Indian. There's all kinds of sayings.
Well, that's the deal nowadays. Everybody wants to be.
Everybody wants to be a chief. Nobody wants to be an Indian.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is true.
Like, you know what's under every horse's tail? You gotta stop. YouTube's gonna cut us off if I don't control my mouth.
You just on a roll tonight.
Well, Annette says I'll be a suck egg mule. It's not what you actually say, it's how you say it. And Jennifer, my daughter, says, wait a cotton picking it. Now, see, my daughter's sitting there Googling something. I know she is, because I know my daughter.
She's gonna get you this time.
She's gonna get me this time. I know. She's gonna.
Now, see, I got a shirt that
she's
says,
gonna get you. She's
have
gonna
you
get
lost
you.
your cotton picking mind?
Yeah, Wanda has a shirt for sale that says that. I
no, it's not for sale. I have one sent to me that says, have you
oh,
lost
that's
your
right.
cotton
Somebody
picking
sent
mind?
you that shirt. Somebody loved you, didn't they? They thought you was going wacky and sent you a shirt that said, have you lost your cotton picking mind? Miss Brenda did that after she met her. That's happening. See, that's what happens when you meet Deep South. That's what happens behind the scenes stuff.
Do you know what a slop jar is?
Yes, I do. We have one sitting right on our counter in here.
Yep.
Use it every day. Yep. Talking about Grill says, my dad used to tell him, you better not open up a can of whoop ass now. You don't want to open that up.
You better be prepared to use it.
You better be prepared to use it if you do.
Wire is war.
Wire is war.
War. Dang nabbit.
Dang nabbit, I declare that must be right. Ain't it amazing? Ain't it amazing how the language changes over just a few years? One generation, and the language has changed. Yeah, we used to slop jars in the wintertime so we didn't have to go to the outhouse.
Okay, now I thought. Okay. Wait, slop jars is they talk about two different things here now.
Well, some people calls it a chamber pot.
But I thought slop jars was for the pigs.
Well, slop jars are for the pigs, but some people used to take the chamber pot out.
We don't have a chamber pot sitting on our cabinet now. We got to.
Well, I was talking. We
got to clarify that.
Okay. We don't piss in the pot on our cabinet. Okay.
That's wrong. We have a slop jar, or what we call for the slop for pigs.
It's a slop bucket.
Slop bucket.
Yeah, you gotta see that's what we talk about. We haven't had this conversation about correct words.
And jars, two different things.
That's right.
How do you know it's a bucket and a jar? What's the difference?
There's a difference in a bucket. A bucket's got a wide top on the top of it.
And a jar's got
a little ring on top of it. That's the difference between a bucket and a jar. You drop a bucket and it won't break. You drop a jar and it'll break. You can't piss in a jar because it's too hard. You can piss in a bucket because it's easy.
Women don't want to use a jar.
No.
I'm telling you.
I don't guess you do. I mean, heck, I don't know.
That is weird.
Dumber than a box of rocks.
I know. I've heard that a lot.
We're going to need an extra long prayer tonight. Somebody else going to have to pray tonight. Oh. Okay.
Talk to the hand.
Talk to the hand. See, now that's a new phrase right there that came up when my daughter was coming up.
Yeah, my kids.
They go, talk to the hand. You stick your hand up there, I'm going to break your finger. Turn them backwards. I'm gonna put you on your knees and say, "What did you say?
Oh,
You better change
Lordy.
your manners." They're gonna say,
Oh,
"Oh Lord, Daddy, please don't hurt me." No.
talk to the
Okay.
hand. He'd say, I'm going to talk to your butt. That's about what he'd probably tell him.
No. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to you behind. All right.
We ain't
I was
got
one of them kind of
to
whip the
piss in
fire
the
out of
window
my
to throw
yard.
it out of.
You ain't got a window to piss out or a boot to put it in. Ain't that what the old people used to say?
We ain't got a pot to piss in or a window
Window
to throw it out of.
That's right.
You don't rinse clothes,
You
you
wrench
wrench
them.
them.
Yep.
Yeah, Lord have mercy. It's Lord.
Yep.
Lord have mercy.
Well, I'll be darned. Remember all those slang words? Where has the good life gone? Me and Brian was sitting here talking about that today, man. You know, just where has the good life gone?
Go pick me a switch. Oh, my mama told me
Oh
that so many
man, have I ever
times.
heard that? The old peach tree out in the back,
Mine was
or
a
a
plum
bridal
tree.
wreath. A bridal wreath was the other one.
I'm gonna slap you silly behind the woodshed.
Yep.
Lightning bread. Yeah, we called it
We like
lightning
it.
bread.
Yeah. Yep.
Why do we call it lightning bread?
I don't know. I remember my grandma would put a piece of lightning bread on the table, and he'd throw it over in the slop bucket and tell her to say, "Miss Birdie, I ain't eating that. Watch it in that bucket down there." And you throw it in that bucket, and it just sit there and dissolve, and all that old liquid in that bucket for them pigs. He said, "You bring me a biscuit or some cornbread. I ain't
A
eating that mess.
biscuit.
A biscuit." Yeah. Wait a minute. How does what's the old lady on TV used to do all the cooking? Not Martha Stewart, but the old lady. Biscuit. You know, remember how she used to say that?
Yeah.
She did. She was a wartime spy. Can't remember her name. That's what happens when you get old. You know, you can't
I
remember
know who
people's
you're talking
names.
about, but I don't remember.
Good life has been destroyed by political correctness. That's right. People wear their feelings on their shirt sleeves
And you
nowadays.
better not bring a small switchback. No, you
No,
had a length
you
you
better
come back with.
you better bring
And
a
they
good
better
one.
be pretty good size.
Pretty
You
good
didn't get
size.
them little thin things because if they broke, you went back
You
for a
gonna go
second
back and get a nut. Julia Childs, Jennifer. Yes, my daughter knows. See, she can think like her daddy can.
Ain't be.
Andy. Yeah, I can still hear. That was Barney Fife. I'm sorry, y'all.
Barking up the wrong tree.
Yep. Julia Childs. Yep.
Yeah, that's the old lady I
That
remember.
was the old lady I was talking about.
I never
She used to
watched
say
her.
biscuits.
Oh, she's kind of.
Yep.
Danny liked his cooking shows. When
I
I
like my
married him,
cooking
he was
shows.
watching cooking shows.
I was a backwoods homestead hippie cook show survivalist freak.
Yeah, and I got to watching cook shows. Mainly Chef to the Farmer. That was my favorite. Chef to the
Yep.
Farmer. I like that
We
one.
like Chef to the Farmer.
I watched all of hers.
We don't say light bread anymore because the doctors has come up with a theory: the whiter the bread, the faster you're dead. That's true.
But they called it lightning bread. Why
I know
did they call it lightning bread?
Remember back in the old days, people used to say, "Man, that's better than sliced bread." You know, because the old bread you just had to tear it with your hands because you couldn't cut it. It was so tough. It's like eating French bread. They come out with this new fake bread. You know, it's white stuff, made by Colonial or Sunbeam and all this kind of stuff. And it was so easy to cut, man. It was just beautiful little slices of bread. And they used to say, "Man, that's better than sliced bread."
Justin Wilson. We watched a couple of his.
We watched a couple
shows.
of his here a week or so ago.
Yeah,
yeah.
And I'm gonna tan them britches.
I'm gonna tan them britches.
I remember.
Woo! I tell you
what.
what.
I never had to pick a switch off a tree. My daddy had a belt. Now
my daddy used a belt, but my mama used anything she get a hold to. And I used to just lay down on the ground and tell my mama, "Go ahead and kill me, get it over with." And I'd get her so tickled. I said, "Go, mama, go ahead, just hit me. I'm gonna die. Hit me. Go ahead, get it over with." Mama get tickled. I knew she got tickled. She couldn't whip me.
I know.
Oh,
night,
yeah.
Miss B lady.
Dorf goes fishing. Yes, we do remember that. Oh, Jen, you need to get those 8-track tapes, or VCR tapes, not 8-track, VCR tapes, over to Miss April Sutterfield, her and Sam, where they can turn them into CDs for us and not lose all of our stuff on those VCR tapes.
Yeah, Sam said he could do it for us. So
yeah.
we get with them sometime soon and get all that swapped over.
Yeah, we need to get that taken care of. I just happened to pop it. That's what happens when you get old. Stuff just pops in your head from way back yonder.
The Galloping
Gourmet. I remember that. He's still on, I believe.
My nose itches. Company's coming with a hole in their britches. I remember that.
Yep.
They used to say that all the time. We
Yep.
used to laugh.
Yeah, Sarah, I used to tell people I can just fall off a turnip wagon. I was driving that sucker.
Okay, we gotta
Okay.
go. It's 9:30.
Is it 9:30? Oh my gosh, we've been on here for an hour and a half. We've got to add a whole lot of.
What's the hole in the britches for?
Oh, we don't even
I
want to
don't
go
even
there.
know.
We don't want to go there.
Wait till you're my age. That was a. Whew.
No, it's not wait till your age. You should tell your kids. When I was your age, you know, we didn't have shoes. We'd paint our feet brown and lace our toes.
I was born at night, but just not last night.
Yep, that's right. Yep. We had to walk to school every day. 2 miles uphill all the way in the snow. No shoes. You know. Take 2 steps forward and slime 1 step backwards. You know, I mean, it just.
All right, we got a list of people. Y'all put
Okay.
your prayer request up.
Y'all put your prayer request up while the Lord's still with me.
You're welcome, Grizz. Okay, I talked to a friend of ours. She was at our gathering last year in the fall. Her Sharon and her husband Joel was diagnosed with colon cancer, so they're not going to be able to come this year. But we do want to remember them in prayer. And they live close to us. They're not that far away. They're here in Mississippi, Albany Mountain. She's planning on being at the gathering. I'm gonna call it a conference because everybody.
It's gonna end up being a conference before it's over with.
At the gathering, Albany has had 2 deaths in her family recently in the last 2 months, so we want to remember her. Nikki and Fred Stanley. Nikki is battling cancer. And Fred has been in an automobile accident a couple of months ago where he's in a halo, so they could use your prayers on their behalf. B Lady, she still has some ongoing issues she's dealing with.
Yeah.
Miss D and Miss Catherine both have, they're in remission with cancer, but we want to keep them in our prayers. And Miss Faye Cartwright. She hasn't been on too many of the live shows lately because of Mr. Roy. She's taking care of him, and we want to just remember her. She's here in Mississippi, and she wanted to come to the gathering, but because of her being Mr. Roy's caregiver, I don't think she's going to make it, but we hope to meet her one day. And so if you have prayer requests, just keep posting them. And they're saying pray for these people in these storms.
I was going to do that anyway.
Popping in like crazy. And see, we have these. This is tornado.
This is tornado time of year for us. Yeah,
because
all
we're
through
in
March.
the 80s, and next week it's supposed to drop down to the 40s. So when this moves in through here, tornadoes are always a possibility in this area.
Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to look at all these going through here. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and pray if I can get my hat off my head. Father, thank you for the day you've given us. And Lord, it's been a good day. We've had a lot of blessings today. We want to start the day off right, my Lord, or the prayer off right, shall I say, by asking forgiveness of our sins. And Father, we pray you give us a clean slate and just bless us so that we can be a blessing to those around us. And we'll be able to edify and glorify your name at the same time. Father, we think about, there's been so many people here mentioned some problems with knee replacements, Lord, loss of people in churches, and Father, just health issues like crazy, cancers and different things that's happened. A little small baby child there, Lord, needs transplants. Father, I pray for them and I lift them up, Lord. There's just so many that it's like everything's just rampant today, Lord. And Father, we know you're still in control. There's no doubt about that. But we do ask that you would comfort and heal where healing is necessary. Those that are in remission from cancer, Lord, thank you for that. That's an answer to prayer. And Lord, those that are going through the treatments, like Nikki and Fred with his neck problems, Lord, since he's had the accident, and we pray for healing for their bodies, Father. And all those that's asked for special prayer requests tonight, I pray that you would just look down upon them and Father, you'd answer them. And Lord, just let their lives get back to a normal way again and be able to enjoy the life that you've given them here upon this earth now. And we do pray for those that's in the path of these violent storms, Lord. We know about this. We know that, Father, there's an issue going on. I really can't talk about on YouTube about this, about these storms and stuff, Father. But I pray for the centermost part of our countries that lay diagonally from Ohio down through into Texas, all those areas through there, Lord. There's a reason all this is going on, and Lord, I just pray that you'll be with these people as they're going to be getting several inches of rain over the next several days, and the melting of the snow and all this kind of stuff, Father. It's just saturating the ground. There'll be massive flooding and stuff like that that you're already saying is going to happen. Lord, I just pray for those that's in this area. We'll be getting some bad weather through here either tonight or tomorrow sometime, and Monday morning. Lord, we pray that everything will go well then. Miss Sheila asked for special prayer tonight from Quake Lake. They can't be with us because their power was out, and they were in the closet waiting for the tornadoes to pass by. And we pray for their safety, Lord, for the rest of the night, and to be able to get a good night's rest afterwards. And Father, I pray not only for all these things, but I pray for my country, Father. It just slipped away from you, and it's fallen into the pits of hell. And Lord, I just pray that you'll give us, those of us who are trying to prepare, a little bit more time before you unleash your terrors upon this world, Lord. And Father, I know tonight we cut up a lot, we acted foolish a lot, but Lord, hey, homesteaders can have fun also, Father. It's good, clean fun. There's nothing vulgar about it. It's family friendly, and Lord, we just enjoyed it, and we just enjoyed sharing moments from the past and reminiscing about past things that were good things, Father. And we like doing that. And we pray for our gathering also, Lord. We have a lot of people planning on coming. There's going to be those that are traveling. We pray for traveling mercies for those that come to the gathering. And Lord, I pray once they get there, we can all meet, be together, and be like a giant family, Father, and just have great fellowship, Lord. And Father, I just pray that as we get off here tonight, you'll grant us all a good night's sleep so that we can rise up tomorrow and do the things that you have prepared for us. We ask these things in thy name. Amen. Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah, guys, we want to invite anybody that wants to. It's 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Yep.
Here in Wiggins, Mississippi, to our gathering. If you can make it, that's awesome. We're going to start at 10 o'clock, but at 9, Danny and Tommy Alderman and Mike from Living on a Dime, Mike Kellum, all going to kind of do a little bit of a devotion for anybody that would like to be there. And so we hope to see anybody that can. We're going to try and mention it again next weekend. And we're not real big on just putting up commercial type things every so often. So this is your invitation to come if you can. And we'll just hope that if you can't be there, we're going to have 2 families going to be doing some live streaming. Other people are going to be doing live streaming. We're hoping to video as much as we can and put it up so that you can see anybody that talks and whatever goes on. So we're hoping to keep everybody kind of in the loop with it.
We're hoping to. Yeah.
So you guys have a good night. We'll see y'all next week.
Yep, we will see y'all next week, and y'all have a blessed evening and good night from Deep South Homestead.